Hey guys, Amanda here from Sell Spend Travel, and today, or tonight rather, I wanted to do a quick video for you to tell you and show you what sold from the first three bulk unboxings that we did in March of 2021. So I wanted to give those boxes a little bit of time to try to sell through, see how things went, and then come back and give you guys some true numbers on what we actually made versus just saying, I'm going to make $25 and I'm going to make $75 and just making assumptions. I wanted to be able to give you some true numbers. So I'm going to go through this kind of as quickly as possible with you so it doesn't get too boring. And I'm going to actually show you the listings that sold. So, and I'll also make sure I'll link all of those videos in the description as well so that if you want to go back and watch those unboxings, you absolutely can. So I'm going to start here with the first one. And this was a bulk box that came directly from Bulk, a furniture and decor, and the total cost of the box was $77.25. There were a couple of damaged items in the box. So what I did on my spreadsheets was I just did a very basic spreadsheet in Excel because I didn't want it to be too complicated for this purpose. And so it just says product name and then the platform that it actually sold on and what my net profit was for each item. And that is after I take out the platform fees and the shipping. It does not have the cost of goods deducted out of it. So just so you understand what's going on there. So the first thing that sold was actually I sold these in a set. It was a set of two blackout curtain panels, and so they sold on eBay, and they sold for $44.77, and I include shipping in just about everything that I sell. So um, the shipping cost comes out of that, and I automatically add it into the price when I'm listing stuff on eBay. So my net profit after fees and shipping was $14.62 per panel. And then next, we have the Pillow Fort blackout curtain panel. It had the gold dots on it. I don't know if you remember that one or not, but it was just a single curtain panel. It sold for $19.77. And after fees and shipping deducted, it was $9.21 net profit for us. And so then next we sold on eBay the Hearth in Hand with Magnolia Duvet cover set. And that sold, I remember that actually sold to a buyer in Texas, and it sold for $45. And the shipping was brutal on that one. So, you win some, you lose some. But either way, sold for $45, and our take on that was $22.73 after shipping and fees. So then there was three balances in that box. They have not sold yet. Then next, there was a pink feather sheer threshold curtain panel, and it sold on eBay, and it sold for $21.77. And after fees and shipping taken out, we made $10.68. And then next, there was Opal House striped white filtering curtain panel, and it was the one with the black tassels on it. So, and I always like to use these pictures, stock photos, use stock photos when I do curtain panels if I can find them, because I feel like it lets you give the buyer a better idea of what the curtain actually looks like. So, because it's really hard to try to display those and picture them properly and get an accurate color and all of that stuff. So anyway, so this was just one panel. It sold for $24.77, and after fees and shipping, we made $13.30. The next, there was the dyed clipped diamond shower curtain white, and it was just a solid white with a diamond print, tonal print on it. It sold on Poshmark, and it sold for $14. And so I made $11.05 after fees. And if you're not familiar with Poshmark, what's awesome about that is that the buyer actually pays for the shipping unless you make them an offer for them to get reduced shipping or free shipping. And if you do one of those things, then you pay the difference of whatever the reduced shipping is, or you actually pay for the shipping if you offer free shipping. I generally don't offer free, but I will do reduced shipping on a lot of things when I'm sending out offers just to try to help get things moving along. So anyway, I made $11.05 on that afterwards. So grand total net profit before cost of goods on this box was $96.21, and the cost of the box was $77.25. So we made $20, give or take, on that box. So then next was the bulk Target shoes box, and this box was purchased off the eBay platform. And so this one, we've sold pretty much almost everything out of it. There's only like 3 pairs of shoes, I think, that we haven't sold. So this one, the cost of the box, $77.63. The first thing that sold were this pair of men's, or the first thing out of the box that sold. Where did I go? There it is. Sorry, wrong tab, wrong tab. Um, so was these Goodfellow and Company men's Kenneth boots, size 8, and they sold on Mercari, and my net profit was $10 for those. And you'll see here the shipping fee says $7.99. If you're not familiar with it, you can do $7.99 shipping on with FedEx for your items on Mercari that sell there as long as they're under 3 pounds. So I've been taking advantage of that big time because it's basically the same almost as being able to use a padded flat rate envelope, which is one of my favorites. But you have a little bit more room there, literally, to be able to ship some bigger items that are still less than 3 pounds. So I really like that option. Next was the women's Skechers Gabby lace-up training sneakers. I knew these were going to sell pretty quick because they were in brand new shape, essentially, and they were nice shoes and they were a good size, 8.5. So they sold for $35. Again, I used the $7.99 shipping with Mercari. So we made $22.19. And the big thing with Skechers too, I think, is just don't try to go crazy and overprice them because like those Skechers came from Target. They weren't the super high end Skechers. The Skechers are still good, don't get me wrong, but they weren't the super high end Skechers. And so, I don't expect to sell those for $70 or $80. So you have to kind of be reasonable with your pricing too. All right, so next was the Okabachi navy jelly flip-flops. And those, if you remember in that video, I was talking about using padded flat rate envelopes and how I would ship shoes in those that weigh over a pound. And these ended up weighing over a pound, and so I used a padded flat rate. So, but these sold for $19.77, and after fees and shipping, I made $9.21. And then next, it's the women's Reese quilted sneakers. These were in a size 11, and size 11 is a little bit harder to find. And so I think, if people that need a size 11 can find a good deal on a pair of shoes that look decent, then, they're all for it. So either way, these sold for $24.77. After fees and shipping, we made $13.10. And then next is the women's Emma high block heel pumps. And these actually sold last night on Poshmark. So they sold for $17 and I made $11.14. And then next, this is a pair of ballet flats. They were size 7.5. They sold on eBay and they sold for $19.77. And I was surprised that these sold as quickly as they did because I have another pair that have been listed for quite some time that have just taken a long time to sell. So, but the beauty of these is that they shipped first class. So we ended up making $12.88 after fees and shipping. And then next is a pair of lace-up combat boots. These were the black combat boots and they sold on Poshmark and they sold for $33. And after fees and shipping, all that good stuff, we made $26.40 on those. And then we've got a couple pair here that haven't sold yet. And then next is a pair of Parker lace-up boots, and they were the cream-colored combat boots. They sold on eBay. They sold for $29.77. And these did actually have a smudge on them somewhere. One of these pictures. I was trying to show it there in that picture. They had a smudge on them, so I made sure I notated that uh, on the listing. But they sold $29.77, and after shipping, we made $15.08. And then last but not least, from this box, from Mercari, we sold the other pair of Skechers. Oh, and those were the solid black ones, and they showed a little bit of wear to them, but they were still in great shape and had plenty of life left in them. They sold for $22. These I did not use the $7.99 shipping on them because they were so lightweight. And I think, and if I'm remembering correctly, I put in the listing that I had the box, but I wasn't going to ship them with the box in order to save money in the shipping part of it. So I ship those on my own through Pirate Ship. But either way, after fees and port charges, I'm thinking about cruising. After fees and shipping charges, we made $13.59. So total net sales on this box is $133.59. And then the last box, we've only sold a few items out of it so far. The first thing is there were three pink, kind of fuzzy pillows in this box. One was damaged, it had some staining on it. And then I put the other two up for sale on Poshmark, thinking that because they were kind of big and awkward and having them together, they would end up weighing over a pound and the shipping would kind of eat up all of your money. I just put them on Poshmark together, and I think I listed them for $25 for the two. And I got an offer from a customer that said they only needed one pillow and would I sell them one pillow for $13? And so, of course, I said yes. And so that's what happened with that one. And our earnings were $7.59 on one of the pillows. I still need to relist the other one. So then next, there was a dog harness, a brand new Boots and Barkley dog harness in there. And I don't think I pulled that listing up. I didn't. But that sold really, really, really quickly. And after fees and shipping, we made $8.99 on that. And then next, the LED tabletop word clock. That was this. It was still sealed in the box. I actually opened the box so that I could take pictures of it. And it sold for $27.77, and I think it sold overnight after I listed it. After fees and shipping, we made $16.03. And then last but not least, we sold the Threshold. They were a really pale pink king linen blend bed sheet set. So, and those sold on Poshmark, and they sold for $35, and I made $28 off of those. So grand total in this box here for our net profit, we're at $60.61 so far, and we spent $67.90 on it. So we're still in the hole a little bit. But overall, for those three boxes, and I have a little cheat sheet here, but for those three boxes, our net sales was $290.41. And our net profit out of those sales, after we deduct the cost of goods from that number, that leaves us with a true net profit of $67.55. So that's 20 items that sold out of those boxes. That's all the items that have sold out of those boxes so far. There were damaged items in two of the three boxes, and so that's just a loss, except for the box of trash bags. We're using those currently. And and there's still 20 items left to sell, and hopefully they will. So that, if you look at it that way and you go, okay, so far I've got my money back plus $67. So I've got about a 20% profit right now on those three boxes. And if everything else sells, then hopefully I can at least double my money. That's kind of where I'm at, because this was a project that I wanted to do to see if buying the more inexpensive boxes was worth it. But overall, all of these items were really easy to photograph. There wasn't anything too crazy going on with any of them. So I was able to get everything listed fairly quickly. So I don't feel bad about it overall. And I think certainly I would still continue to buy the cheap boxes in the future. But the main thing is to study the manifest. Do not take the MSRP at face value. Do your own research and then decide if it's worth it for you, because everybody's business model is different. So there you go. Thank you guys so much. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those below. If you liked this video and appreciate this kind of content, please give us a like and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. We're having tons of fun doing this, and it's really been an eye-opening thing for me too, because now I'm looking at our business from a different perspective in some cases. So you guys have a great day. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.